Uncertainty has taken a firm grip on the landscape of American science as funding cuts and political volatility threaten to dismantle a system that has supported innovation and discovery for decades. The situation is exemplified by the experiences of Nancy Kanwisher, a prominent neuroscientist at MIT who has dedicated over 40 years to cognitive neuroscience. Her lab has been integral to breakthroughs in the field, including the identification of the fusiform face area, which is crucial for facial recognition. Recently awarded the Kavli Prize in Neuroscience, Kanwisher now faces the unsettling prospect of potential lab closure due to significant funding cuts. The roots of this crisis lie in a series of aggressive policy shifts initiated by the Trump administration since January 2025, aimed at unraveling the federal support system that has bolstered American science for nearly 80 years. A wave of executive directives has frozen billions in scientific funding, laid off staff at key federal agencies like the National Institutes of Health (NIH) and the National Science Foundation (NSF), and imposed ideological filters on research funding. As Kanwisher reflects, what we're witnessing is an ongoing, shockingly rapid dismantling of American science. The implications of these cuts extend well beyond the halls of elite research institutions. They pose existential questions for smaller universities and early career researchers who lack the safety nets afforded by well-funded programs. Kanwisher's concerns echo those of many in the scientific community. If even established tenured scientists are uncertain about their future, what does that mean for the next generation of researchers? The scientific infrastructure built after World War II has been critical to America's global leadership and innovation, fostering a robust relationship between public funding and academic research. This relationship has produced transformative advancements from MRI technology to mRNA vaccines. However, current funding cuts threaten to disrupt this delicate ecosystem. A recent estimate suggested that nearly 16,000 grant applications are in limbo, with $1.5 billion in potential research support delayed. Moreover, the proposed cap on indirect cost support for grants could significantly hinder universities' operational capabilities, leading to cuts in research programs and staffing. In response to these threats, the scientific community has begun to mobilize. The Stand Up for Science rally held in early March 2025 gathered hundreds in Boston's historic Common, including Kanwisher, who called for urgent action to protect scientific funding and infrastructure. Speakers at the rally made the economic case for funding science, highlighting that every $1 spent on federal research generates 60 cents in GDP growth. The mood was not one of anger but of grave concern. As scientists and students alike contemplated the chilling implications of political decisions on their careers and the future of research. The rally also highlighted a growing trend among American scientists contemplating opportunities abroad as disillusionment with the domestic research climate spreads. A recent survey indicated that 75% of US-based scientists are considering leaving the country for more stable environments, raising fears of a potential brain drain that could further erode America's scientific prowess. As the crisis deepens, the message from Kanwisher and others is clear: immediate and concerted efforts are needed to pressure lawmakers and restore funding before the damage becomes irreparable. The fight for science is not just about securing funding. It is about ensuring that the pursuit of knowledge remains accessible to all. Fostering diversity and inclusion in a field that thrives on collaboration and innovation. The challenges facing American science today remind us that the quest for knowledge is fragile and relies on sustained investment. As the community rallies to defend its future, it is crucial that the broader public understands the stakes involved. Without active engagement and advocacy, the very foundation of scientific inquiry in the United States could be irrevocably compromised, leaving a profound impact on generations to come. The road ahead is fraught with uncertainty, but the call to action is clear: protect the integrity of American science and ensure that it continues to thrive in the years to come. In a significant and alarming development, researchers from Yale University have identified a new condition they are calling post-vaccination syndrome (PVS), which appears to be linked to COVID-19 vaccinations. This condition not only manifests with a variety of distressing symptoms but also seems to induce lasting biological changes long after the initial vaccination. The implications of this research are profound, raising crucial questions about vaccine safety and the long-term impacts of COVID-19 vaccination on health. Dr. Akiko Iwasaki, the lead author of the Yale study, emphasized the preliminary nature of their findings, stating this work is still in its early stages and we need to validate these findings. But this is giving us some hope that there may be something that we can use to treat PVS down the road. The study, which has yet to be published in full, has already sparked widespread concern and outrage among social media users, many of whom express feelings of betrayal over the perceived lack of comprehensive understanding regarding the vaccine's long-term effects. The research involved a comparative analysis of blood samples from 42 individuals diagnosed with PVS against a control group of 22 subjects who had been vaccinated but did not experience post-vaccination symptoms. The results were striking. Individuals with PVS exhibited altered immune cell proportions and elevated levels of COVID-19 spike proteins even years after their vaccinations. Furthermore, the research uncovered a concerning link between PVS and the reactivation of Epstein-Barr virus, which generally remains dormant in healthy individuals. Dr. Iwasaki noted the unexpected persistence of spike proteins in the bloodstream. That was surprising to find spike protein in circulation at such a late time point. The revelation that both PVS patients and those suffering from long COVID showed reactivated Epstein-Barr virus suggests that the vaccine may compromise immune health in certain individuals, potentially leading to ongoing health challenges. Patients suffering from PVS have reported debilitating symptoms including fever, dizziness, and a pervasive brain fog. Sascha Schwartz, a 32-year-old care worker from Germany, shared his harrowing experience post-AstraZeneca vaccination. "I feel trapped in my own body and have the feeling that I no longer exist." Schwartz described how symptoms became a daily struggle, with his cognitive abilities severely impacted. His journey to find a doctor who would take his condition seriously was fraught with frustration, as many dismissed his symptoms as mere psychological stress. The fallout from these revelations is not limited to individual experiences. It has sparked broader conversations surrounding vaccine safety and accountability. Kate Scott, a representative from the UK group Vaccine Injured and Bereaved Vibec, articulated the sentiments of many affected individuals. "We were pushed into the shadows during the pandemic. We are an uncomfortable truth, but we are a truth." The group has been vocal about the adverse effects of vaccines, particularly following AstraZeneca's admission that its vaccine could in rare cases trigger serious conditions like vaccine-induced thrombocytopenia and thrombosis (VITT). The UK Health Secretary Wes Streeting has acknowledged the issue, meeting with affected individuals and working towards reforming the vaccine damage payment scheme to better assist those facing vaccine-related health challenges. Dr. Harlan Krumholz, co-senior author of the Yale study, underscored the importance of listening to patients, stating, "It's clear that some individuals are experiencing significant challenges after vaccination." On the other hand, vaccine experts like Dr. Paul Offit have defended the overall safety of COVID vaccines, noting their extensive administration to billions worldwide and the results of large-scale placebo-controlled studies. He emphasized that while the Yale study raises important questions, the vaccines remain safe for the vast majority of the population. As the scientific community continues to investigate the prevalence and mechanisms of PVS, the urgency for clarity regarding vaccine safety and long-term effects has never been more critical. The Yale study, while still in its early stages, highlights the necessity for ongoing research into post-vaccination symptoms as society grapples with the ramifications of the pandemic. The conversations surrounding vaccine safety will undoubtedly play a pivotal role in shaping public trust in health policies in the years to come. The journey toward comprehensive understanding and potential treatments for conditions like PVS is just beginning, and the implications for both individuals and public health are profound. In an innovative leap towards preserving the future fertility of childhood cancer survivors, researchers at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center have successfully conducted the first known transplant of Sperm-producing stem cells in a man who battled cancer during his youth. This groundbreaking study highlights the importance of fertility preservation in young boys diagnosed with cancer and raises hope for many families facing similar challenges. Jaiwon Su, now 26, was just 11 years old when he was diagnosed with bone cancer following a leg injury. The rigorous chemotherapy he underwent not only aimed to save his life but also posed a significant risk of leaving him infertile. Recognizing the potential long-term implications of cancer treatment, Su's parents decided to enroll him in a research study that involved freezing his testicular cells in hopes of preserving his fertility for the future. The science behind it is so incredibly new that right now it's kind of a waiting game, Su shared from his home in Vienna, Virginia. It's kind of eagerly crossing our fingers and hoping for the best. His participation in the study reflects a growing recognition that while the survival rates for childhood cancer have dramatically improved, with approximately 85% of diagnosed children now surviving into adulthood, many of these survivors face infertility due to the aggressive treatment protocols that include chemotherapy and radiation. Currently, young adults diagnosed with cancer can bank sperm eggs or even embryos prior to treatment. However, for boys diagnosed before puberty, the lack of mature sperm production means they cannot take advantage of these options. The research led by reproductive scientist Dr. Kyle Orwig explores the potential of using testicular stem cells which are present in boys from birth to restore fertility post-treatment. Dr. Orwig and his team have been freezing testicular tissue samples from around 1,000 prepubertal boys since 2011. These tissues contain millions of cells, including valuable sperm-producing stem cells. While it remains unclear whether the small samples are sufficient for successful reimplantation, a significant milestone was achieved in 2019 when Dr. Orwig's team demonstrated the viability of this approach in animals, leading to the birth of a healthy baby monkey. Following his inquiry about the progress of the study, Su became the first adult to receive a transplant of his previously frozen stem cells in November 2023. The procedure, which utilized ultrasound guidance for precision, was reported to be safe and straightforward. However, it is too early to determine the outcome of this experimental transplant. Dr. Orwig remains optimistic yet cautious, noting that standard tests may not provide definitive results, as assisted reproduction techniques are required to detect and retrieve small amounts of sperm. The study's implications extend beyond Su's case. It aims to raise awareness among families of young cancer patients about the importance of fertility preservation. In January 2025, similar research efforts were reported in Belgium, which involved implanting pieces of testicular tissue in childhood cancer survivors, emphasizing the global interest in advancing this field. As research progresses, the potential for restoring fertility in young cancer survivors continues to unfold, with ongoing studies into similar techniques for female survivors utilizing immature ovarian tissue. Su, reflecting on his experience, expressed gratitude for the opportunity his parents provided him years ago, underscoring the importance of giving young cancer survivors choices about their futures. This pioneering research not only sheds light on the advancements in fertility preservation for cancer survivors but also points to a promising future where the impacts of cancer treatment can be mitigated, allowing individuals like Su to explore the possibility of parenthood later in life. As scientific understanding advances, the hope remains that these techniques will become more widespread, ultimately benefiting countless young cancer patients facing the threat of infertility. As the global race for technological supremacy intensifies, China has announced plans to bolster its support for artificial intelligence, AI science, and technological innovation. This strategic pivot underscores the country's commitment to leading advancements in these critical sectors, signaling a shift that could reshape the global technology landscape, with a focus on enhancing both research and application. China's initiative aims to position itself at the forefront of AI development, thereby influencing a myriad of industries from healthcare to space exploration. The Chinese government has articulated its vision to strengthen its AI capabilities, recognizing the sector's potential to drive economic growth and enhance national security. According to a statement from officials in Beijing, investing in AI and innovation is not merely about technology, it's about securing our future and ensuring global competitiveness. This sentiment reflects a broader understanding of how crucial these technologies will be in addressing complex challenges from climate change to cybersecurity. In a related development, Chinese scientists have made headlines with the creation of an AI-powered robot cat designed for space exploration. Developed by researchers at the Harbin Institute of Technology, this innovative machine draws inspiration from feline agility, allowing it to navigate the unpredictable terrains of asteroids. The robot utilizes advanced reinforcement learning techniques to adapt its movements in real time, a critical feature for operating in low-gravity environments. Our robot can leap and ensure it lands on its feet similar to how a cat does, said Lu Wei, lead researcher on the project. This breakthrough could pave the way for future missions to asteroids, enhancing our understanding of these celestial bodies and potentially unlocking new resources. Simultaneously, the tech landscape is witnessing a surge of new players such as DeepSeek, a Chinese startup that has rapidly risen to prominence with its AI assistant DeepSeek R1. This application has overtaken established giants like ChatGPT in download rates, generating both excitement and skepticism within the industry. DeepSeek's claims of delivering high-performance AI on significantly cheaper hardware have raised eyebrows, particularly amid concerns regarding data privacy and the sourcing of technology. Industry experts are now questioning the sustainability of such rapid growth and the implications for existing AI frameworks. Anna Trysovic, a research scientist at MIT's Future Tech Lab, exemplifies the impact of accessible education on the global AI landscape. Her journey began with free MIT OpenCourseWare resources in Serbia, which allowed her to pursue her passion for computer science. That course changed my life, she reflected, underscoring the importance of democratizing access to knowledge and fostering innovation. Trysovic's work focusing on the democratization of AI highlights the evolving narrative around AI's role in scientific research and its implications for the future. As China continues to amplify its investments in AI and technology, the ripple effects are likely to be felt worldwide. The interplay between innovation, education, and strategic investment is set to redefine the boundaries of what is possible. In this rapidly evolving landscape, the question remains: how will nations adapt to these technological advances, and what new collaborations or rivalries might emerge? The future of AI and technological innovation is not just a matter of competition but also one of collaboration and ethical considerations as humanity navigates the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. In a significant advancement for the future of energy, scientists have announced ambitious plans to construct a nearly indestructible wall for a nuclear fusion reactor capable of reaching temperatures of 180 million degrees Fahrenheit. This initiative is considered critically important not only for the safety and efficiency of fusion technology but also for its potential to revolutionize energy production worldwide. As the global demand for clean energy sources increases, fusion power stands out as a sustainable solution, promising to deliver vast amounts of energy without the long-lived radioactive waste associated with traditional fission reactors. The fusion energy sector is experiencing a surge in interest and investment, as exemplified by recent developments from Germany and the UK. Munich-based Marvel Fusion has secured a substantial funding boost to further its efforts in developing a fully integrated fusion power plant. The company has raised an additional €50 million, approximately $54 million, bringing its total funding to €385 million, which will support the construction of a $150 million facility in partnership with Colorado State University. This facility will house 2 experimental laser prototypes aimed at achieving the critical conditions necessary for nuclear fusion. Marvel Fusion's innovative approach utilizes ultrashort laser pulses to trigger the fusion of fuel nuclei, with the ultimate goal of creating a scalable energy source. The rapid deposition of laser energy triggers the fusion of the fuel's nuclei before the target structure can disassemble, explained the company's representatives. By adjusting the rate of pellet injections and corresponding laser pulses, the plant can effectively manage energy output to meet market demands. This adaptability positions Marvel Fusion to play a pivotal role in Germany's strategic goal of developing its first nuclear fusion power plant by 2040, despite the country's moratorium on traditional nuclear power. Simultaneously, the UK Atomic Energy Authority (UKEA) is making strides in the fusion sector by investing in advanced manufacturing technologies. Recently, UKEA placed an order for Freemelt's e-melt machine valued at approximately $800,000 to produce high-performance tungsten components essential for fusion reactors. Tungsten is favored for its ability to withstand extreme temperatures, making it critical for the success of fusion energy. Prototype fusion power plants and machines are essential for validating fusion technology before scaling to commercial electricity production, noted Freemelt, emphasizing the importance of producing significant volumes of these advanced materials. The collaboration between UKEA and Freemelt is part of a broader movement toward establishing a robust infrastructure for fusion energy in the UK, where investments in the sector reached an impressive $7.1 billion in 2024. This surge is fueled by ambitious projects like ITER and DEMO, alongside an influx of private investments from companies such as Commonwealth Fusion Systems. As these developments unfold, the potential for fusion energy to transform global power generation becomes increasingly apparent. With its promise of clean, virtually limitless energy, fusion could significantly reduce reliance on fossil fuels and offer an economically viable pathway to a sustainable energy future. The ongoing advancements in technology and materials necessary for fusion reactors underscore the urgency and importance of this field as nations seek to address the pressing challenges of climate change and energy security. Looking ahead, the fusion energy landscape is poised for rapid evolution, with collaborative efforts and innovative technologies paving the way for the world's first operational fusion power plants. As these projects progress, the hope for a cleaner energy era grows stronger, signifying a critical turning point in the quest for sustainable energy solutions.